It's almost time to flip the calendar to the fall baseball schedule. But before we do, we need to take stock of the players that made the most of the summer. And for that, I am turning to PBR Georgia's Phil Kerber and Justin Guest. Guys, welcome back in.
Thanks for having us, Corey.
Thanks, Corey.
So the premise was simple that I gave to both of you. Your biggest risers from the summer months, 5 players each. Phil, get us started with your list.
Yeah, you say that's simple, but this was a lot harder than people imagine since we see so many players and there's so many guys that we can highlight. It's tough to cut it down, but I did it to the best I could. And we're going to start out of state with Jason DeCaro from New York. Recently moved into a top 50 position in our national rankings in the 2024 class. North Carolina commit, probably one of the best stuff-wise pitchers that I saw all summer. 87-90, touch 91. The spin on everything. There was spin 2,500 on the fastball, and he's throwing a slider and a curveball, both 2,700, 2,800 spin on those, swing and misses on everything. I mean, it was just a really, really good performance, and the stuff is just incredible, and he can throw it for strikes. And as I was researching this, saw he went to the area code games and went 3 innings, punched out 7 there. I mean, the kid sounds like he's had an electric summer, and that all led to him coming to UNC at the end of July. Really, really good arm. Looking forward to seeing him again down here. And then Zak Spurrier out of Kentucky commit, #1 prospect in Kentucky for the 2024 class. And when we're talking power arms, this is the guy you think of when you're thinking power. 6'2", 210, saw him run it up to 93. And what impressed me the most was goes a complete game, and the one I was watching, final pitch, he's probably almost 100 pitches into the game, comes in at 91.6. 100 pitches into the game as a 2024, and he's still pumping low 90s. That is some impressive arm strength and just the ability to kind of manage the game as it goes on, to know that he still has it in there in the 7th inning. Very impressive stuff from him, and he backed that up with a curveball at 78-80. And then we're moving to Louisiana. Ethan Judice, 2-way guy, shortstop, right-handed pitcher. Caught my eye on the mound when he was up to 92, 2,500 RPM on that thing. But what really, really stood out was the slider. He's able to manipulate it with the speed, 77, 83, 2,700 RPM, and he can just rip it off whenever he wants. I mean, he was throwing it in 3-0 counts. He was throwing it in 0-2 counts. Just anytime he wanted, he liked to throw it and he wanted to. And then when you see him in the field at shortstop, he's an athlete there. He made some highlight reel plays. There was probably 2 or 3 games I watched, and there were some throws in the hole or diving plays he made that kind of made you turn your head and be like, whoa, that not every player can make that type of play. And then we're coming back to the Peach State. Terence Keel, who just came off the board, Texas A&M commit now. He just shot up in our rankings to #9 in the state. Had a big showing at the area code games, big showing all summer. I mean, when you're talking athletes, power, strength, speed, that kid is the complete package, Terence Keel. And he can hit, he can run, he can field, he's got an arm. Everything's starting to come together for him, and it's going to come together in a big way over these next couple of years. 2024, I don't think I mentioned Terrence there. And then finally, we're going to close it with a guy that I've talked about a lot this summer, and I'm going to keep throwing his name out there. Left-handed pitcher Jackson Peavy from Peach County, 2025. He's a mid-80s guy, but 6'3", 160, 170, hasn't even started filling out, works from this low 3/4 slot. So he's bringing some funk, and he gets the run and sink on the fastball, and then he comes back with the sweeping curveball. We'll drop in a little nice fade and changeup every once in a while, and look for him to splash in our rankings next week in the top 10.
Love me some Terence Keel, by the way. He was looking to go and play baseball and football at the next level, so we'll see if he gets that opportunity there with the Aggies. All right, Justin, who made your list?
Kiel, a McCartney guy too, huh? Yeah, so first off, we've got Tyler Inge from Detroit Country Day. He's a shortstop. I think he's a true shortstop at 6'1", 165. As you know, I like to go with MLB bloodlines. His dad's Brandon Inge, one of the best defensive infielders I've ever seen. This kid's got potential for 3+ tools: the run, the field, and the throw. The run is close to plus already. The field, he's got great instincts, range, footwork. The throw, I think, really could be top of the scale eventually. kid doesn't even have strength yet. And he's been invited to the Team USA National Development Program, which is big, only 40 guys per class there. As a bat, I think he's got a lot of ceiling as a hitter. Bat speed, timed up separation, backspin to all fields. He was on a Canes Midwest team that won our 16U. My second player is Jashon Unger. He's a Nebraska commit, 2024. Three-sport athlete, football, baseball, basketball, so he never takes any time off. His delivery's got good rhythm with natural mechanics, deceptive and efficient arm action with plenty of arm speed. I think he has the frame to jump 2 to 4 miles an hour in the spring. And with some mechanical adjustments, it could be even better. The fastball is 88-90 with late cut, strikes to both sides. Curveball has plus potential, really, really tight rotation, nice shape with some wipeout depth at NPI for us. And then he throws in a slider with sharp sweep in the upper 70s in as much depth as well. And I really do think he has a chance to develop a changeup down the line, or at least a running fastball to go with his natural cutting fastball. My third guy is Colin Guerra. He's a 2024 recent Texas commit, blew up for us at MPI. Not a big kid, 5'10", 150, but he's one of the most complete players I've seen this year. It's elite instincts at shortstop, good footwork, lightning quick exchange. He makes some crazy off-balance plays, can throw from all angles. The swing's very impressive. It's identical from both sides, inside-out approach. He's got probably the best feel for the game that I've seen this summer. Then we'll end it with two Georgia guys. Number one, Daniel Pierce, recent UGA commit that we've been on from the jump. Another shortstop that's not very physical yet, but he's got a lot of athleticism before filling out. He might have the best baseball IQ I've seen. My obsession with him started this spring when I went to see him against Brett Barfield, FSU commit, who was in our top 15. He had 3 oppo doubles against Barfield with a pulled quad, was Kurt Gibsoning into second every time. And it's just, the swing has gotten so much more dynamic in the summer. The lower half is unbelievable. It's balance, fluidity, and timing combo. He's a solid defender. You know, it'll get better as he gets stronger. The arm already plays there, and he just baits pitchers with crazy plate discipline. And he's 3 to 4 years ahead of his time as a hitter. And then last one, I'm going to go with Gavin Smith, the man who walks on stilts, tallest legs I've ever seen, 6'4", 160. It's the best delivery in the class, in my opinion, and also the highest ceiling. As Phil said before, 19 pitch performance at future games, absolutely dominant. And I stole this one from a Phil article, 8-mile-an-hour jump in the last year. It's the arm speed and arm action in the projection. I really do see a mid-90s arm in the future. Not sure when it's going to come, but we think he'll command the fastball above average. It's 83, 86, touching 87 right now, but really nasty sinking tail. He really spots the arm side edge. And the best thing about him was the improvement on the curveball this summer. 68 to 70 range. We didn't really care about that, but it didn't have much shape coming into the summer. But now it's got a lot of shape, flashing 2-plane depth, and it's sharpened up a ton. So really like him.
Hey, you mentioned Brandon Inge's son. You used to say about Brandon Inge, he was born in Virginia and made in Detroit. So there you have it, players that seized the summer and took full advantage. And that kind of analysis is just a taste of what you get if you're following the PBR Georgia social channel. So make sure you check Phil and Justin out across all of those. Guys, thanks, and we'll see you on the diamond real soon.
Thanks for having us on.
Amen, Corey.